Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome, you funny weird ass black sheep. Welcome. Do not ask me where you are because you were not there yet. You have just been catapulted out of bizarre world you don't fit in. But they accidentally miscalculated and flung you right past the Twilight Zone. So you're walking around out here in this side of the universe you've never seen before. And you're looking around and it's kind of just all black. So you pull out your trusty cell phone and you get to walking, hoping you can find a ride. But as you're walking, you see no fucking cars anywhere. Then you see right up ahead a little ways. There is a crossroads. So there's got to be a car going some way. They wouldn't have a crossroads if there wasn't traffic. But you notice a little silhouette there under the only light that you've seen so far. So you're walking to this girl and you say hello.
I love it. You guys are so great.
And you continue walking. And then it's like the whole world opens up on your left side. So you totally forget about your right side. But on your left, there's blue trees, pink trees. Pink trees with outlines of blue on the leaves. It's really trippy looking. And then there's like a tie-dye mountain. It's like all flashy and shit, but it's got golden waterfalls. Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's a bit weird. I'm not peeing in yellow water. It's kind of yucky. No, I'm not showering in yellow water. If I pee in the yellow water, it's the same color, right? So nobody will even know. But anyway, you're like, nah, I'm pretty sure that's someone pissing on me. So, anyway, you get closer and you notice there's a fork in the road. And then you realize you haven't seen any movement on your right side. But then you remember you weren't really paying attention. So you get to the fork in the road and you start looking on the right. And it is really dark. But there's a light down yonder. And the light is not anything you can describe. It's a color that has never been explained before, right? It's a color that's never been explained. It doesn't even have a name. And then you see a family of raccoons roll across the street, and you're like, oh man, well, where there's raccoons, there's love. And you don't know what kind of form of love it's going to be, but you didn't even think about it, didn't even cross your mind. So you start walking to your right. Then you get to the place with the light. And it looks kind of sketchy. And you walk in, and there is a drop down sign that says, welcome to the party pen. And then the lights come on. Yeah, haha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a good fucking time. Hello. Welcome. I know this is a place that you did not expect to see. So you might be in some kind of culture shock. Don't worry, I'm in culture shock every time I go outside. So don't even worry about it. It's a whole panic attack that I have when I go outside. So I can only imagine how you feel coming into this place. But do not weary. Do not weary. You are safe. And I'm going to tell you what we do here. We read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. You can have your people fight me. I'll beat them with my Bible. It'll be a good time. So, come this way if you want to know what God said. If you're tired of it, if you're tired of being lied to about God, come have a seat. I have everything you need. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chair with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space.
Awesome!
Thank you. I also find it awesome, and I noticed you brought your animals. I have room for them. Come on in. It is a good time. So, let's say hi to everyone. Don't forget to give me all the love. Hit that like button, and you can put your thumb all over me. It'll be great. And subscribe so you can hug me anytime you want to. I am comforting. So, anyway, we are reading God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as narrated by the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K. the Great. Clap for me, I clap for you. Good time, good time, good time. So, hello everyone. Hold on. I can't read you. Things are happening. Okay. Robert! You're here at the beginning. Oh my god, I love you. I hope you're staying this time. Yeah, I hope you're staying this time. Hi, preacher. It's so good to see you. And Robert, I hope you're staying. Yeah. Because we are on Lamentations. And I have a real hard time with this book, Lamentations. We're on 4 because we read 2 and 3 yesterday. And oh shit. We should do 4 and 5 today because there's only 5 chapters. And then we're going to get into the original book that I started with because now I might know what the fuck is going on. So, because we need to read Ezekiel. Ezekiel is like, I've been wanting to read that because I feel like I need to read it, but I had to read all this other stuff first to know what was happening. So, people left. Oh well, fuck them. So, we're going to read 4 and 5 today. Should we share this? Maybe nobody got notified. Or maybe people did get notified and they just don't have the time to stay. Let's find out. Yep. Nobody had the time to stay. That's sad. So, I guess we're just going to keep going on to chapter 4 and 5. We're going to finish this book today. Okay. How the gold has become dim. How changed the fine gold. The stones of the sanctuary are scattered at the head of every street. The precious sons of Zion, valuable as fine gold, how they are regarded as clay pots, the work of the hand of the potter. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. Even the jackals present their breasts. Okay, that's weird. To nurse their young. But the daughter of my people is cruel, like ostriches in the wilderness. Well, you told them they were special, big guy. I mean, you told them they were special. How did you expect them to act? And he gives them everything they could want for. And they still ask to be slaves. And they still ask to be treated bad. And then, and then they treat people bad. It's like, that's why, because you spoiled them. Okay. The tongue of the infant that clings to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask for bread, but no one breaks it for them. There ain't nothing wrong with their hands. Though, oh, yeah, the young children, yeah, they have hands. Those who ate delicacies are desolate in the streets. That's what they get. Those who were brought up in scarlet and braces, trash heaps, they probably deserve it. The punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people, it is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, which was overthrown in a moment with no hand to help her. Again, they deserve that. Did you hear what they did to that? Look, it is a thing. These people, the people of Sodom, were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. And God destroyed them for that. And then Benjamin went and did the same thing. And then, after they did what they did, the other terrible ass people killed most of the men. And then the ones that were left, they were like, yeah, you know that thing we killed those other guys for? Yeah, you need to do the same thing to these unsuspecting women of a tribe that is not of the 12 tribes. They've been mixing their race since the beginning. I'm telling you, all this special blood is bred out of these motherfuckers. Okay. Punishment is greater any moment. Okay. The Nazarites were brighter than snow and whiter than milk. They were more ruddy and body than rubies, like sapphire in their appearance. The Nazarites are like Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. They're like Samuel, Samson. Supposedly, Paul the imposter was also a Nazarite, but I can't exactly prove that. I don't know for sure, but supposedly he was a Nazarite and also an imposter. Okay, right there. Now, their appearance is blacker than soot. They go unrecognized in the streets. Their skin clings to their bones. It has become dry as wood. Those slain by the sword are better off than those who die of hunger. For these pine away, stricken for lack of the fruits in the field. The hands of the compassionate women have cooked down children. They have become food for them in the destruction of the daughter of my people. No, they've been eating babies since the beginning of time. They do that shit for fun. They do it. It's a delicacy to them. So don't feel bad that they're eating their own babies. That's what they do. These people are fucking terrible sometimes. The Lord has fulfilled his fury. He has poured out his fierce anger. He kindled a fire in Zion. That's the city of David. And it has devoured its foundation. The kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world who of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy could enter the gates of Jewland. Don't put it past them. Why would you think that? Because of the sins of her prophets and the iniquity of her priests, who shed in her midst the blood of the just. Again, that's a habit for these people. They're bloodthirsty monsters, which is also why they eat their own children. They wandered around in the streets. They have defiled themselves with blood, so that no one would touch their garments. They cried out to them, "Go away! Unclean, go away, ya! Do not touch us!" When they fled and wandered, those among the nations said, "They shall no longer dwell here," because they're evil, bloodthirsty monsters. That's what they are. They're fucking terrible from top to bottom. The only good thing about these people is God. Other than that, they're fucking terrible. The face of the Lord scattered them. He no longer regards them. The people do not respect the priests, nor show favor to the elders, because they probably ate their brother and sister. They probably didn't do that. Okay. Still, our eyes failed us, watching vainly for our help. In our watching, we watched for a nation that could not save us. That right there, hold on, that is a thing. And that's the one thing that my Aunt Mary kept saying to me, I'm going to pray for God to come and help me. It's like, yeah, but he's not going to help you if you're not actively helping yourself. How can he help you if you're not doing anything? I used to tell her that you got to do something. And I need to tell myself that also because I need to do something. Because also, God's not going to help me if I don't do anything. I'm a hypocrite a lot of times, but I mean it, though. I'm not telling you guys anything I wouldn't tell myself. Anything that I don't tell myself, you know, I tell myself these things. They attacked our steps so we cannot walk in our streets. Our end was near. Our days were over, for our end had come. Our pursuers were swifter than the eagles of the heavens. They pursued us on the mountains. They lay in wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was, was caught in their pits, of whom we said, they caught us in their pits. The anointed of the Lord was caught in their pits, of whom said, um, under his shadow we shall live among the nations. Rejoice, be glad, O daughter of Edom, you who dwell in the land of Uz. The cup shall also pass to you, and you shall become drunk and make yourselves naked. The punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no longer send you into captivity. He will punish your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will uncover your sins. Yeah. Hmm. Wait, what did I do with my mouth? So, how's everybody doing? How are you, preacher? Robert, are you still here? There is somebody else here, but I don't know who it is. Somebody else is watching. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I'm the Bible lady. I'm cleaning my bedroom. Cleaning out my closet. Oh man, I'm so happy about this cup of coffee right now. Like, really, for no reason, but I am so happy about this cup of coffee. And after this cup of coffee, hold on. I can't read your name. Sevens Pattern 77. Is that what that is? Do you want to be an animal? You can be an animal. Yeah. I'm the queen raccoon. I'm also a sloth, but I'm mostly a raccoon. Yeah. I could be a cat also. I'm a really great cat. Do you want to be an animal? Yeah. And you can be an animal dressed like a wolf. We fit in to get in. And just know you're in for a wild time. This is the end of this book. And we'll start a new book tomorrow. So it'll be totally great. Yeah. Sweet. What animal do you want to be? You can be any animal, including snakes and spiders. And I don't know if a spider is an animal, but you could also be a spider. You just be a really big one so you can cover everybody when it rains. You'll be like an umbrella spider. That's only if you want to be a spider. Maybe I could be a spider. Man, that'd be so cool. If I was a spider, I'd have a lot of eyes, but I'd be an umbrella spider. I would cover people in the rain. That'd be so cool. I'll be a shaggy spider. They call me Weeping Willow Spider, so nobody would get rain on them. Man, that'd be so cool. Okay, anyway, we're on the last chapter. I'll be a hair-lip dog. Oh, that would be so cool. That is the best shit ever. Man, I never even thought about having attribute for my raccoon, spider, cat having self. Spider raccoon, spider raccoon. Man, that is so fucking cool. Man, now I gotta think about attributes. Nobody ever thought about having weird, a weird faced animal. Well, except for Preacher up there, he wants to be a third dimensional train. So I guess that kind of now your hair lip dog. That is the weirdest animal we have at the party pen. Yeah, I'll try to remember that. Man, that's so cool. But anyway, welcome in Seven. It's so nice to see you. Well, and it's really nice to meet you. Can I ask you how you found this weird place for weird people? Like a 4D train. Okay. It's a four-dimensional train. I always forget. I say it's three-dimensional because, well, that's what I remember. 3D. Cleaning out my closet. Okay. So we are going on to the last chapter. Does anybody want to smoke with me real quick before we get on to the last chapter? Cleaning out my closet. Um, I've got a bowl packed and a cigarette. So, do you guys want to smoke with me real quick? I'll pass this bowl. Who wants it? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me let me tell you. Okay, I am not a Christian in the normal way. You know, that's why I'm all the way out here on this side of the universe because I'm not like those people. I laugh at the Bible. I argue with God. God co hosts this show and he keeps it running like it's miraculous how many times he saved my channel. God loves it here. God's always here every night at 11 o'clock. Um, this is not typical. We smoke weed, we smoke cigarettes. Some people drink alcohol. I did one time and tried to find my third nipple on a live stream. I do not have a third nipple. So I cannot drink uh because I take too many medications and it makes me crazy. But anyway, you are totally welcome here. We have a bunch of people here. Well, you can't tell there's a bunch of people here, but usually there's a few people here that hang out and just talk mad shit. Alright, let me yeah, the numerology and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the Q people got into that. I never got into the gematria or any kind of thing like that. I was mostly focused on the politics of the Q movement. So I don't really know about any of that kind of stuff. I try to go with what I know from other things and then try to add it into the Bible, including conspiracy truths, because it's not a conspiracy when it's true. So that also gets done a lot in here, mostly because of me. And somehow the conversation after I'm done with this, it's getting late and I should get offline when I start turning everything into sex. Yep, that happens here also. This is a fun community, so please stay. You have a YouTube channel? You have a YouTube channel? I'll subscribe. Hold on, let me get you. Uh, damn it. Add as a moderator now. I want to go to your YouTube channel. Go to channel. Bam. Subscribe. Yep. Seven's pattern. Okay, so I did say your name right. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I subscribe to your channel. Thanks, Era. Oh man. Why do I always get the fucking smart people? Look, I'm gonna tell you. Like, most of the people on my channel are really smart people who do really fucking smart things. Man. Yeah. I don't know how I end up with all you geniuses on my channel. Like, I have no fucking idea. because I only have my GED because I wanted to get out of prison. I don't know how I ended up with all these smart ass fucking people. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And I don't know jack shit about math. So if your channel is math, I'll just gracefully press like, but just know I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I mean, I didn't look at your channel, so I don't really know what it is. But I see you talking about you talk math, and it's like, I have no fucking idea. Yeah. I don't know how I ended up with all you smart people in my chat. And I have a couple government workers that watch my YouTube channel, and I'm not exactly sure why, because I hate the government and I love President Trump. And I got all you geniuses on my channel, and I got government people on my channel. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Somehow I feel like I'm on a list. Like, I'm on some kind of list, man. And really fucking smart. Uh, They're they're laid back fucking geniuses. Don't let Mad Preacher be uh what is that word when you're modest or whatever. Don't let him be modest about it because he's a fucking genius too. Yeah, you are in the right place at the right time. Yeah, but um, I cuss a lot, so hopefully cussing doesn't offend you because I cuss a lot. But I don't say like I just say fuck, shit, and damn a lot. I really don't go above that. Oh, and I say bitch and asshole. But they fucking deserve it. Look, sometimes these people get on my last nerve, and I don't know how they don't get on God's last nerve. Like, seriously. These people are bad. Okay, now let's get on to the last chapter. Okay. Uh, man, I want God voice back. Can I just say that real quick? I am so aggravated that this book has zero God voice in it, and I have to force God voice into it because I miss God. And this book is so aggravating. And I'm so glad it's over because I want God voice back. Because God has an attitude. Wait till you meet him. 7, wait till you meet God. Because God is out of control. And he's so flippy. And he's tricksy. And God has a fucking ball, man. I want God voice back. I'm gonna figure out how to put God voice in here so you can meet him. Cause he's great. Okay. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Look and behold our reproach. Our inheritance has been turned over to aliens. Are they the ones from Planet Captor? Look, that was a thing. Before there was ever a country called Captor, God was mad at these people called the Captorians. And I swear they're fucking aliens. Like real life aliens. Because they're called the Captorians. Before Captor was even a country. But we'll get there. We're past there right now. But we'll get there. Especially when I get this Ethiopian Bible, hopefully I'm getting it for Christmas. Because, yeah, this Ethiopian Bible is going to be amazing. But there's some of it that somebody else is going to have to read to you because I don't believe it. Well, I mean, it'll still be on my channel. But I think, never mind what I think, we're not there. Okay. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Look and behold our reproach. Our inheritance has been turned over to aliens and our houses to foreigners. We have become orphans and waifs like our mothers are like weird or when our mother is like a weirdo. No. Our mother is like widows. We pay for the water we drink. Oh, yeah. Just wait till the future, asshole. And you're going to be paying for water when you live right next to the water. Yeah, just wait. Wait till the future. And our wood comes at a price. Also, just wait. Just wait. They pursue at our heels. We labor and have no rest. Yeah, but you guys like that shit. Get the fuck over it. We have given our hand to the Egyptians on purpose and the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Yeah, you motherfuckers cried for that shit. Shut up. Our fathers sinned and are no more, but we bear their iniquities. Servants rule over us. There is no one to deliver us from their hand. We get our bread at the risk of our lives because of the sword in the wilderness. Yeah. Our sin, oh, our skin is hot as an oven because of the fever of famine. They ravish the women in Zion. That's the city of David. The maidens in the cities of Judah. Princes were hung up by their hands, and elders were not respected. Young men ground at the millstones. Boys staggered under loads of wood. Them boys are lucky they weren't eaten at birth. The elders have ceased gathering at the gate, and the young men from their music. Oh, they spelled it right this time. The joy of our heart has ceased. Our dance has turned into mourning. The crown has fallen from our head. Woe to us, for we have sinned. Because of this, our heart is faint. Because of these things, our eyes grow dim. Because of because of Mount Zion, the city of David, which is desolate, with foxes walking about on it. O Lord, remain forever, your throne from generation to generation. Why do you forget us forever and forsake us for so long a time? Maybe because you did it to him first. God has such a codependent relationship with these people. It is very codependent. He can't live without them, and they can't live without him, but they try to live without him all the time, and they hurt his feelings on purpose. Wait for the time. We're going to read about it. They actually make God cry, asking for a king. God was so sad. And he gave them Saul, but then Saul hid. And then these motherfuckers, while God's crying, asks him, can you tell us where our king is? Like they literally just hurt his feelings. And because they can't do something and they can't find someone, then they're going to turn around and ask the dude they just broke up with to help them find their new boyfriend. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why I dislike these people so much. The first time I read that, I was done with these people. I was like, who the fuck are you to make God cry? Are you serious? But they did. Yep, they did make him cry. But God pines for these people. God pines from them. Okay. Turn us back to you, O Lord, and we'll be restored. Renew our days of old, unless you have utterly rejected us and are very angry with us. Oh, yeah, no, he's really pissed off at you guys, but you're not fucking going nowhere. Don't worry. They worry too much. They're not fucking going nowhere. God is a marshmallow, especially for these people. He's a giant marshmallow. He gets so gooey over them. Oh no. Yeah, no, this lamentation book. It was terrible up until that last chapter. But I've been reading this book with a broken heart. So maybe it's not as sad as I'm making it out to be. Well, I didn't make it out to be sad today because my heart feels a little better. But the past 2 days have been really hard for me reading this book. But that chapter wasn't so bad because it's like, you're getting it. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and read my chat because I have no idea what it said. Cousin, we probably are on a watch list. Oh, I've been on a watch list since I was like 7. No, I've been on a watch list for a long time because I wrote a very angry letter to President Clinton when I was like 12. And then I was in the Q movement. I was in it a, a lot. So I'm definitely on one of those watch lists. And I'm always talking about conspiracy truths in my videos, so I'm sure. And government people watch my channel. So, and they let me know they watch my channel, and they let, well, you've met one preacher. Yeah, but it's sevens. Cool, then I'm in the right place. Yes, you are. The Lamentations of Jer. This is what I'm reading. Okay, this one. Yeah, I don't call God Yahweh because that's not his name. We learn what his name is in Exodus. God tells us his name. And then they never fucking call him by that name ever, not one time. But then God doesn't call himself that either. He calls himself the Lord of Hosts. Like, it's kind of like I call myself Saint Nikki K the Great. God calls himself the Lord of Hosts. You know, it's kind of like that. And that's what, well, actually, God is the Lord's last name. His name is Jealousy Lord God. But he doesn't go by God because he's not old enough yet. And that's what he says. I'm not old enough to be God. So when we meet God, he's just starting to go from his childhood name that ancient God calls him, which is his actual name, to his middle name once he get out once once he gets out on his own. He's like, I am the Lord. I do not go by my first or last name. I'm just the Lord of Hosts. Yeah, that might have not have been how it went, but that's how the God in my story made it go. Okay. Yeah, okay, you're doing a lot of numbers. I don't do a lot of numbers. It's a lot of shit to read, dude. Okay. Island. What is that? Okay, can you actually see it? No. You'll know when they send you a letter when you do something they don't like. Hold on. I'm reading this one. 2006. I was deep into the study of. Okay. Now I'm reading this one. I published in 2010. Okay. Now on this one. Nope. You can't see until you get a letter. You won't know until you get a letter that you did something they didn't like. So you were not allowed. No. Again, you'll get a letter or you'll get arrested for doing something that they don't like. But if you do something that you're like, oh, the government's going to kill me for this, you'll know you're on a watch list. They'll definitely let you know. Or if you try to leave the country and they keep your passport for a little too long, then you can be like, oh, they're watching me. Because they're probably watching you. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. But don't want you to know. No, yeah, exactly. They don't want anybody to know that the government is watching them. But there's a thing called FISA, and FISA can secretly watch you. They have the power to. We went through that with Trump his first term because they tried to use that secret government agency to watch him do nothing wrong. They can do that to people too, especially the people they think are extremists, which is most every Republican. So you can almost guess if you're a registered Republican, you're being watched. And I registered as a Republican. Yep. But um, what else do you know about Lamentations 7? Hey, Wheels! It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. 7, this is Wheels. He has been my friend since second grade. He's amazing. Wheels, this is 7. He's our newest friend. He wants to be a puppy with a hairlet. Right? It was a hairlet puppy dog. And it went, Mark, Mark. Yeah, that one. Yep. But 7, what do you think about this book, Lamentation? Like, um, yeah, like what do you think about it? Man, I don't. I can just picture that in my head. Mark, 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 Mark. Oh, that would be so aggravating. No, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, that would drive me crazy. But if my husband's name was Mark, it would be even funnier. The lamentation. Hold on, I gotta read this. I can't read that fast. Okay. Uh, oh, it's time to end. I never get it. Using They do this with Trump's messages too on the keyboard. I don't do Q anymore. I stopped at 2020 when he stopped the first time. No, the last time he stopped with the Quiet Riot song. I quit paying attention after that. But I learned how to do these hidden messages with Trump tweets. But I've never done it in any other book, so I don't really know what it is. Father, I will give you a gift. Huh. Well, I don't know what gift it's gonna be, seeing as he's trying to save these terrible ass people. See, I didn't know there was a Wiccan Bible because I would read that too. Maybe after I read the Ethiopian Bible. I try to ask other religions that aren't Muslim because Muslims are insecure. But I tried to ask other religions, especially like Norse and shit, if they have a Bible. Because I would read the Norse Bible. I want to know about Zeus and shit, Odin. I want to know how they know this shit. Because all that shit happened pre Genesis. So it would be nice to know, like, that Bible. Oh, everything but Muslim shit is my cup of tea. Because Genesis says all of that shit is true. There were angels pretending to be gods, and they would have been gods to the original people. And they did have sex with women, and they did have Herculean type creatures that are half man, half angel. Like the Bible says all of that in Genesis. All of that is real and all of it was pre flood. I don't know why Christians are like, no, these other things are real. Your book tells you it's real. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it wasn't real, which is why I'm not a Christian. I am a weird ass black sheep dressed like a wolf. I fit in to get in. I think Dustin went to bed. Yeah. Man, I'm so impressed with you guys. Chris! Look, we have another fucking genius. Look, all four of you guys are fucking geniuses. All five of you guys are fucking geniuses. I am the luckiest sage in the planet. I have all kinds of geniuses, so I'll know all kinds of things. Yeah, look, it's fucking amazing. I am the luckiest person on the planet. And I didn't mean fucking genius, like I was another fucking genius. No, I literally meant you're fucking genius. All of you. But I wouldn't mind getting another conspiracy theory person in here that knows what Q is and would know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I know a lot of people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or like when I add conspiracy theories, well, conspiracy truths in here, somebody could be like, that's fucking true. Yeah, they do eat their own babies. So then I wouldn't feel like I'm just saying random shit nobody will believe. But they do eat their own babies. They pick and choose what baby gets to live. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I know people like that too. They think something and they're like, "Oh, this is true. I thought of it as true. It might have happened somewhere." Damn it, Chris. Don't talk to me in other languages. Literally got my GED to get out of prison. I am not very smart. Well, okay, no, I'm highly intelligent, but I'm not intelligent enough to know what that says. But you know who might know what it says? Wheels. Wheels knows how to read that language. I know. I I can imagine that he does because there's a lot of conspiracy truths. Even ones you just think of, you're like, oh yeah, that could be true. And you find out, oh shit, that is true. That's Matthew and Greek. Oh, now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, days. Oh, yeah. Oh, and speaking of Bethlehem, Not exactly sure, but I believe Bethlehem is formerly Zion as also the city of David. But I'm not totally sure on that. I don't remember which New Testament book it's in, but one of the places that starts with B is formerly Zion. Oh, it is in the Christmas spirit. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I'm supposed to read that on Christmas night, because Red Feather asked me to read the story of Jesus on Christmas, even though Jesus' birthday is in June. It's June 14th through the 18th, and I celebrate it on the 16th. He was born somewhere between June 14th and June 18th, and I celebrate on the 16th. June 16th is when I celebrate Jesus' birthday. No one else does, but I do. I have a cake and everything for Jesus' birthday because I'm sure nobody spends it with him. So it's like, hey, big guy, I'll spend your birthday with you. Damn, don't go all quiet on me. Look, don't go all quiet on me and get offended because of Jesus' birthday. Like, a lot of people get really mad at me for that. But don't get mad at me for that. Watch my videos. I'm amazing. Oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to quit saying it because it's what I think is true anyway. It's a birthday sometime. Yeah. uh, he has two birthdays, a pagan birthday and an actual birthday. We celebrate both days. But seven after Christmas, we should be reading the Ethiopian Bible. Are you do you want to stick around for that also? And then I also think Firefly wants to read the Catholic Bible. She might not want to read all the Bible stuff that we've already read 1,000 times, but she might want to read the new books that are in, or the other books that are in the Catholic Bible that are not in the Ethiopian Bible. But I heard every book was in the Ethiopian Bible, even the ones that are in the Catholic Bible. Not exactly sure. People are just mad at God, even though. Yeah, the devil is the biggest party pooper. And that's because he's mad because we can talk to God and he can't. Although in Job, Satan is in heaven and Satan can talk to God. So I'm not exactly sure why Satan's mad. And again, my theory, reading the Bible and or the Old Testament and the New Testament, um, Earth is just angel boot camp. We're all sent down here to pick what side of the war we want to be on. even though nobody sees it that way, nobody realizes that they're gonna die and go into war or go to the line that it, you know, or go to the line. But most everybody is sent down here to be tough enough for the war up there between the angels and demons. And according to Jesus, the devil is winning. So we have to get tough. Again, we got to fit in to get in. And we got to be good at their shit and good in the world and make it all the way to the end. We make it all the way to the end of life. We'll be strong enough to fight in the battle up there. Well, we learned in Exodus, God is so bombastic. Look, his first house, well, it's not even a house, it was a tent. His first tent, remember? It was all tie dye and shit and trimmed in gold. And he had so many lights. And he's always baking bread. And he's always wanting to party and listen to loud music and have bright lights and just he was just out there. And then in the book of David, remember he's always partying with David. He's always fighting and partying. God is in his early 20s and the story of David because all he wants to do is party. And David gave God a striptease and God wasn't even mad about it. And David wasn't even mad about it. The only person that was mad about David giving God a striptease was David's first wife. And she quit talking to him over it. But God was like, good job, it's good job, you have a good time. Yeah, God is out of control with his personality. Yeah, the thing about Baruch is I don't think Baruch was a prophet. Baruch hung out with prophets and took the notes for them, especially for Jeremiah. And I don't think Baruch was a prophet. Baruch went and gave letters and stuff from the prophets to the other prophets. And then he hung out with prophets, so regular people saw him as a prophet. Even though he wasn't a prophet, he was just a note taker. Like, but people are like, Baruch's a prophet. It's like, I don't think so. He was a note taker. Because remember, he wrote a bunch of notes for Jeremiah. We read it in the story of Jeremiah. And Baruch was just sent around speaking for Jeremiah. Okay. And again, I don't know this book. I know the stories. I know a lot of the stories. And I know a lot of what happened. But I can't tell you where anything is. Like, not even a little bit. But if you say a name, I could probably tell you the story of them. 26, 30, 34, 38, 36. Take a scroll of a book, write on it all the words that I have spoken to you against these terrible ass fucking people and Judah and against all the nations from the day that I spoke to you. I think Lamentations was written after this because Lamentations is really sad. And the Lamentations are pretty much, why are you doing this? I don't think we deserve this kind of ass whooping. Like, God, why? Even though I think he already knew the answer, I think he was just feeling shitty in himself. Like, why? I didn't do nothing to you. Wait, wait, is what I said messed up? Did I get it wrong? Yes, Baruch, a scribe of Jeremiah. Yep, that's what makes me think. He's not that he's not a real prophet, because I don't think he is a real prophet, but I think because he hangs out with prophets, he just takes that label. Oh, reacting to your boss. Yeah, that guy sucks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. That he's reacting to you. Okay. But I think if I hung out with prophets and people thought I was a prophet, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a prophet. Here, let me tell you what God said. I don't think I would correct people either. I read what? Okay. Yeah. I didn't go up that far, but I see it now. It probably wasn't even that far. It's not even that far up there. I should have just read it before I said something. Man. Speaking of preacher, how is your mom holding up? How's your grandma holding up? I'm doing a lot better today. And my mom is doing a lot better today. And then my other aunts and uncles, I don't really give a fuck what they feel. They should feel bad and do that to themselves also. Because I would not be sad about that. But Maria is pretty sad about. They're doing good. Okay, good. Good. But we all need to spend more time together because apparently people can go away just like that. I never realized that before until the other day. I've never had anybody I know die before. But well, people have died before, but not anyone I've hung out with my whole life. That was pretty sad. And we need to figure out a way to hang out more so that I can hug you guys. So if anything happens, it will mostly be like happening to me first, but I would want to see you guys more. I do. Me and Nikki are biological cousins. Yeah, she did. And she did it on purpose. She couldn't even wait. Like 1 week. She couldn't even wait 1 week. And that's the saddest part because she would have been able to get down here. But I think she was stalling. So it wouldn't even have been a week. She would have found a reason not to come. And I have to remember that she really wasn't gonna come because she was already trapped in that shit. Yeah, it is bad shit. Fentanyl is terrible. Fentanyl is terrible. Yeah, it happened Sunday night. They found her Monday morning. Yeah. And her dog had a heart attack. When the ambulance took her, her dog died. Like that shit made me actually I I can't cry because got a lot of brain injuries, and the part of my brain that produces emotions is they literally cut that shit out of my head. So it's really hard to have emotions, but that shit got me all worked up. Yeah, that dying of a broken heart is a real thing. And I never believed it. I never believed it, but apparently it is a very real thing. When you lose your mate, I never thought that was a real thing, like dying of a broken heart, but apparently it is very real. But cause I can't cry either. Yeah, yeah, it's like you can feel all the sadness on the inside you want, but your eyeballs just will not work. I have to tell that to people. Like, I am very sad on the inside, but I cannot cry. E- My mom hasn't got that old yet, but the women in my family, if they don't fuck themselves up on purpose, they live a long time. Like my grandma, preacher's aunt, she's 87 years old. She'll be 87 in March. She just keeps kicking. Yep. I'm not known to be good at comforting others. Yeah, Michael argued with me the whole time. It was great. That was great comfort because it actually it was quite comforting in itself to be mad about something else. You're 57. Wow. I just turned 40 November 10th. Wow. 57. That's crazy. Preacher's still the youngest in here. How does that make you feel, Preacher? You relate to older people. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are done reading for the night. We're just having a small chit chat. Feel free to join the chat and this chit chat that we're having. Pretty much it's anything you want to talk about for the next little bit. I gotta go to bed. Um, but here shortly because I've been up since like 8 o'clock this morning, and I have no business being up that early. I'm old. I look 45. I look 40. Well, I grew up with older people always had older friends. That's true. That's true. And you hung out with chilled older people. Was most of them. Yeah, older women are hard to break in, man. Older women are hard to break in. I know that because I'm an older woman and I am hard to break in to somebody I've been with for 20 some odd years. He still hasn't broke me in. Okay. Have a great sleep and blessed. Glad to have your channel. Oh, well, go give your pillows some head and your sheets the best ass. Have a postcoital cigarette and joint and have the sweetest dreams ever, my dear Seven. Come back tomorrow. We're starting a new book. And maybe Miss Muddy will be here. She's at bingo tonight, even though it's not bingo. She's at a church study, but it could be bingo. It's not bingo though. But she should be here tomorrow along with the other girls. So hopefully you come back tomorrow. I hold on. I go live every night at 11 p.m. It's every night at 11 p.m. I go live. So we come in here and hear a story and decompress and go to bed. But sometimes we'll stay on here for hours on end just talking about nothing. So you can always be here on those days also. So good night, Binga. What's Binga? Oh, bingo. But she's not at bingo. I'm just fucking around. She's at a Bible study that she does every Wednesday. And it's not a Bible study like ours, it's an actual Bible study where they study the actual Bible and not crack jokes. 11 p.m., yes. And usually I'm not late, but I was late by a few minutes today. And if you end up having to watch me on a replay crew, watch it at 2 times speed. It's funnier. And for some reason, I don't talk this fast on the replay. My voice is like slowed down or something. I don't know. But watch it at 2 times speed. It's shorter and it's better. At least in my opinion, I watch my own videos on 2 times speed because I'm amusing and I'm the funniest person I know. So, yeah, that's a real thing that happened. I'm sure all of the views, well, some of the views on my video are me watching it repeatedly because it's funny. Only some of them I do that too, though. Like the really funny ones when I argue with God. I listen to those a couple times in a row because it's funny. But anyway, is everybody else ready for bed? Yeah, you are awake at odd hours, preacher, all the time. So, is everybody else ready for bed? I want to finish eating this chocolate cherry cobbler. Okay, well, then let's everybody give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass. And wait a minute. Give the pillows some head. Put on some lipstick and put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. Start drooling and shit. And then give your sheets the best ass ever. Have a postcoital cigarette. And then have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you. Sorry that's so loud. I don't know why it starts so loud. Okay, good night. I love you.